Hello, Brooke.
Hello, Eric. Everyone?
How's it going, Logan?
Fine, Ridge.
Mr. Davis, I'm Elliot Parker, new counsel for the Forresters.
Parker, well, it's good to meet you. You've got a hell of a reputation. I'm sure you know my client, Brooke Logan Forrester.
Yes, we met over the years. Good to see you again, Brooke.
The pleasure's mine.
Well, shall we all begin?
Why not? We all know why we're here. Eric, Ridge, Stephanie, I filed for a patent. I'm going to be taking control of belief.
All right, tell me about this bachelorette party.
It was, stimulating.
I was afraid you'd say that.
And you're wondering if Sally behaved herself?
No. I trust Sally totally.
Yeah, well, I'd say that she was the model of decorum.
In other words, she shook that booty all night long.
That is privileged information.
Hey, girls stick together, don't you?
Just like you guys.
Honey, I did ask Sally about Macy already.
Yeah, it was pretty emotional last night.
I need your take on this situation. Has Macy stopped drinking for real?
Well, she says that she has, but I still think she's in denial.
Because she's resisting formal treatment?
Yes, Macy needs professional treatment. And until she accepts that, I'm afraid that her chances for a successful recovery are pretty slim.
So, you're really moving out?
Yeah. Please don't try to stop me.
I know when to quit banging my head against a wall.
I never meant to hurt you, Sly. Please believe me.
I know. I know you didn't.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. I'll survive.
You know, there might have been a chance for us.
You mean if it weren't for Thorne?
Yeah. But my future lies with him. I know that now.
You're making a big mistake.
Look, Sly, I don't want to get into this right now.
Has Thorne come right out and said it?
Said what?
That he wants you back?
Yes. I mean, in so many words.
Okay, so then your answer would be no.
What's your point?
Macy, what if Thorne doesn't want you back? I mean, what then?
That's not gonna happen.
You're so damn sure of yourself. Why?
Because I'm in love.
Ever stop to think that maybe Thorne isn't? I mean, Macy, what if you can't patch things up with him, huh? What then?
Then I'm gonna need a good friend.
Oh, like, me?
Yes, like you. Sly, you were always a good friend, and I hope you always will be.
Tell me the truth, Macy. Were you ever really in love with me?
Sly,
Yeah, no, it's okay. I didn't think so.
So what do you think's going on?
Brooke, are you telling us that this decision of yours is final?
Yes, I am.
My client intends to assume her rightful ownership and control of the belief formula. Period.
Why didn't you just notify us by registered letter?
You'll be receiving written notification in due time. This meeting was your idea.
Yes, it was. And you accepted.
As a courtesy.
As a courtesy. Well, then let me say on behalf of Forrester Creations that we appreciate the courtesy you extended to us by joining us here this evening.
We do have a dinner engagement later this evening, so if you wouldn't mind just getting to the point.
Oh, be patient, Connor. You never know, your visit here might turn out to be quite fruitful.
Really now? How is that?
Well, my clients are prepared to present to you tonight a resolution of this dispute.
Dispute? Well, I wasn't aware there was any dispute.
A very fair and equitable resolution.
I must admit, you've made me curious.
Me too.
What do you think, Brooke? Shall we wait and see just how fair and equitable an offer it is?
Why not? This should be very entertaining.
The bold and the beautiful. This portion sponsored by new Mr. Clean Bathroom. He cleans your bathroom to the shine.
What do you say we get started? Brooke, I personally regret that I was not brought into this process sooner by my clients.
Why is that?
Because I think a lot of mistakes were made.
Well, you couldn't be more right about that.
And it's unfortunate, all the damage that's been done to your relationship with your family.
My family?
Well, yes, your family. You are a Forrester, a member of the family. You have been for many years. You even honor them with 2 beautiful children.
Well, you sure are painting a rosy picture.
And why not? I mean, you're raising the next generation of this family. You personally represent the future of the Forresters. Now, look, everybody in this room knows that. That's why nobody wants to see you suffer.
Excuse me, but is this leading somewhere?
Well, yes. You see, this is a family, but it's also a business, fraught with inherent ambiguities.
So you mean the line between the business and the personal can be blurred?
Exactly. That is exactly what I mean, Brooke. I mean, in the beginning, the Forresters, they welcomed you both personally and professionally. As a young woman, you were embraced into this family, you were loved, you were accepted as one of their own.
Yes, I was. For about 5 minutes.
I believe we are all up to speed on the background here, Counselor.
Good. Then let me get to the point.
Please do.
My clients would like to heal the family wounds.
Kind of stop the blood from flowing, as it
Well,
were.
yes, and accordingly, the Forresters have suggested a settlement which is very generous. And in addition, they're prepared to make an additional amount for a trust fund for the children.
Additional to what?
To a lump cash settlement.
Well, just how much is this lump cash settlement?
$3.5 million.
I was afraid of that. Macy decides that she's not drinking anymore, and then we all live happily ever after.
No, Macy needs professional help. I'm all but certain of that.
Sally's convinced that she stopped drinking again. I just think Sally's afraid of the pain that would come from the alternative.
That's why they say that alcoholism is a family disease. I mean, it's an insidious dynamic. Everybody suffers.
Just because you want to stop doesn't mean you can.
No, Macy has a chemical dependency. She can't get healthy on her own.
Thanks for going for me. Gotta talk to Sally about this after the wedding.
That would be a good idea. So, did you do anything special last night?
You know where I was last night. I was with Stephanie. Here.
Did you have a good time?
You won't believe this.
Try me.
We went swimming.
Just like the old days, huh?
No, not just like the old days. This time we both had our bathing suits on.
Going somewhere?
Yes, Keith, I'm moving out.
So where to?
In with Darla for now.
So what's the plan?
Well, I'm hoping to be moving in with Thorne soon.
Well, that's good, Macy. Have you discussed it with him?
I don't want to talk about Thorne right now.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
I'd like to talk about you and me.
You're still angry about the intervention, right?
No. No, not anymore.
Good.
I think you were wrong to do it. You really embarrassed me, Keith. But I know now that your heart was in the right place.
Yeah, right on my sleeve.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Anyway, I know that it was an honest mistake, and I forgive you.
Maybe you better not.
Why?
Because I'd do it again, Macy. I'd do it 100 times over if I thought it would help you. I don't regret 1 minute of it.
Now you're really pushing it, Anderson.
Oh, Macy, if only I could get you to understand.
Understand what?
That you have a problem. You need help.
I've been helped.
You can't just pop your fingers and say, hey, look at me, I'm not addicted anymore.
Yeah, but I'm not. I've never have been addicted.
You're wrong, Macy. You're wrong. You are an alcoholic. You need to get into treatment, at least AA. You can't do it alone, Macy.
You're right. And I'm not alone. I have Thorne in my life now, and he's all that I need.
You just don't understand, do you? Well, at least you know how I feel.
Thanks for caring. I really do appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart.
Oh, Macy.
What's this?
Just a poem.
I wonder why Sly didn't give this to me himself.
That's a real good question for you, Macy. A real good question. Good luck, Macy. Good luck.
So there was absolutely no skinny dipping last night?
You sound disappointed.
Just a little bit.
Sweetheart, I'm getting married in less than 2 days.
I know that, Dad.
Well, yet you sit there encouraging me on like you think there's still some possibility for Stephanie and me.
Well, isn't there?
No, not at all. I know it may be difficult for you to accept, but I am committed to Sally. As far as Stephanie is concerned, there's no thought on her mind about romance with me or anyone else.
Why? Why do you say that?
Ask Brooke Logan.
$3.5 million? You mean in cash?
We'll have a certified check delivered to you before noon tomorrow.
Don't bother.
You have a problem with the offer, Mr. Davis?
Yes, I do. It's not even in the ballpark.
Oh, I think Brooke knows it's a fair offer, and left to her own devices, she'd probably accept it. But you don't want her to do that, do you, Connor?
Look, if I may, I'd like to make it perfectly clear that Stephanie only wanted me here as an observer.
Yes, too bad you seem to have forgotten that.
But you know, I can't help but feel that $3.5 million is a heck of a lot of money. I mean, don't you think so, Brooke?
Under some circumstances, yes. But under others, no, it's just an insult.
Let's dispense with the tap dance, shall we? Now, your opening offer was $3.5 million, which means you intend to go as high as, say, what, $5 million? Good. We'll call it 5. Well, let me tell you something. 5's an insult, too.
What do you think about this offer, Rich? I want to know what you have to say about it. Do you think it's fair?
Then I take it that you've heard about the patent problem between Brooke and the Forresters.
Yes, what's the latest you've heard?
Well, they're in the middle of a negotiating meeting right now at Forrester.
Brooke is meeting with the enemy? That might be good news.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
Brooke has a bona fide claim. She could own Belief outright.
So she has reason to feel confident.
Well, I call it being cocky. I don't know. I think she agreed to this meeting just to watch Stephanie squirm.
You reap what you sow.
What does that mean?
I hate to say this, and you know I think the world of Stephanie, but they've been at each other's throats for years. Stephanie's gotten her licks in. Now maybe it's time for Brooke to get hers.
You're making this sound so childish.
It is, isn't it?
I get the point. Although I don't think the Forresters would see it.
Well, maybe Brooke will agree to their terms, especially if her representation isn't up to snuff.
Oh, there's not much chance of that. Her lawyer is brilliant. Connor Davis is a regular shark. And it just so happens he hates my husband's guts.
Yes, Ridge. You've been pretty quiet this evening.
A lot of words flying around the room, Connor. Just trying to keep my head down.
So what do you say, Ridge? Do you think your offer is a fair one?
It's an honest question. I'll try and give you an honest answer.
I knew you would.
If your ambition is to take complete control of Belief, you've got to know that Forrester is going to respond. You might not win.
That's your opinion.
On the other hand, the money we're offering you is a sure bet. It's kind of a crapshoot. You're holding the dice.
To toss or not to toss? That is the question.
That's the question.
No. No more questions. No tossing of the dice, no more debating, no more negotiating. We're not interested.
Is that how your client feels?
Yes. I'm afraid it is.
Brooke, you really should take some time with this.
She doesn't need any more time.
If you reject our offer out of hand, Brooke, we'll take it off the table altogether.
We'll take our chances in court.
Or you stand the chance to lose everything.
I think you've got that turned around, haven't you, Counselor?
Look, Davis, we made you an offer in good faith. We think it was a very fair offer. You don't. Well, that's what negotiation is all about. So why don't you please make us a counteroffer?
Thanks for the lesson in negotiating 101. And I would like to accommodate you, but I can't. Not until I know the true value of the formula.
You don't want us to negotiate at a disadvantage.
You will need to open up your books to us.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Leave me out of the question.
I want a full accounting of all profits accrued by the marketing of the Belief formula, and I want it by the end of the week.
Books are none of your business.
Oh, but they are, Eric. The law says that Brooke is entitled to what is called a reasonable royalty.
The law hasn't said anything yet.
But it will. You can count on it. Because if you don't open up those records to me, I will slap you so fast with a willful infringement lawsuit, it'll make your head swim. Brooke, if you're ready.
Brooke? $3.5 million? It's a lot of money. You really want to turn your back on that?
Damn right I do, Stephanie. The money means nothing to me. I'm in this for a bigger payoff. When I take control of Belief, I am going to have you exactly where I want you. Right where you belong. Under my